'Twas the night before Christmas, and scouts were asleep. Not a bobcat or cougar was making a peep. All their trousers had been pressed with painstaking care, 'cause they knew that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The tender-paws tents were as silent as snow, and the campfire assumed a crepuscular glow. Now the Angel Scouts Hermes and Basil and I had assumed the night watch, and we turned to the sky when we heard a cacophony hard to ignore, like the opening salvo preceding a war. There were jingle bells piercing the still of the night and the thunder of hoofbeats from way up on high. I got my binoculars, thinking I'd see a few hooligans off on a criminal spree. Instead, what I saw made my eyes pop right out, while Scout Basil and Hermes meowed out a shout. In the sky was a sleigh with a driver so fat that I thought he would fall to the ground with a splat. He had glowing orange fur, a quite handsome old tabby whose glistening smile could make Grumpy Cat happy. His sleigh was propelled by a caribou team. In the moonlight their jingle bell harnesses gleamed. The sight left me speechless, a rare thing to do. I could tell it had muted the other scouts too. We were transfixed as gently he flew to the ground, and the sleigh and the reindeer made scarcely a sound. He asked me if I was a den master here, and I said, "No, I come from the bridge once a year to help train the new scouts on how to tie knots and identify stars by their names, not just dots." He stroked his chin whiskers and pulled at his tail as his reindeer made tracks in the snow on the trail. He said it was time to deliver his booty, since this was his time-honored job and his duty. He started to call out the scouts name by name, and they peered from their tents like a hide-and-seek game. Scout Ethling, Scout Allie, Scout Gracie, Scout Mo, Scout Foxy, Scout Cat, form a single file row. Scout Anya, Scout Timmy, Scout Einstein, Scout Chip, Scout Maggie, Scout Felix, you might get some nip. Scout Andy, Scout Teddy, both Pete's, and Scout Raz. He pronounced every name with that Santa pizzazz. Cooper Murphy was called, and then Oliver Hughes. Some were really excited. A few were confused. As scout names were called, they lined up by the sleigh. He called Mango and Desi and Shoko and Taibei. He yelled out for Scout Reno, who grinned with delight as his blue eyes took in this spectacular sight. Santa said Reno's name wasn't found on the list of the nice scouts. And do you know why he was missed? He's a hooligan, not fit for Christmas-time gifts. But Scout Reno, if you will resolve to be good and only go tinkle in places you should, we will transfer your name from the naughty to nice, and we'll give you a toy and some catnip stuffed mice. "Cowabunga!" said Reno. "I promise I'll change. If I don't, you can give me a case of the mange." And so with that promise the scouts raised a cheer, and they clapped as the sleigh left with all the reindeer. They each got a present, nobody got coal, and they wished Merry Christmas to scouts round the globe.